Hello students, this is Vaishali Pawar and today we are going to see first and important part of English grammar, that is parts of speech. Before going to introduce that what is parts of speech, I want to tell you what is sentence. See, sentence means what? Sentence means a group of words. Means for preparing sentence we use different words. Now see why I am telling this to you. Because parts of speech means what? That it is about words. That words are divided according to their purposes. Yes, see, in any sentence we use different kinds of words and every word performs its own function. Every word is having its own position, its own function in sentence. Okay, so they perform variety of functions there, and according to that there are 8 functions of words which are called as 8 parts of speech. Okay, see, I will explain this definition with one example. See, okay, see, I have written one example here that Shruti reads a novel. Okay, first of all, tell me that what is the sentence structure? Do you know sentence structure? See, we use subject plus verb plus object for preparing any sentence. Okay, so according to that, we will divide this sentence. For example, see, Shruti. Shruti is the subject of the sentence. Yes. Second one, reads is the verb, which is called as action word also. And last one, a novel. This one is the object. Okay. Now, I have told no the definition of parts of speech. So, we will explain this definition by taking reference of this example. See, I have told that every word performs its own function. For example, see Shruti. Shruti is performing the function of subject. Yes. Second one, reads. Reads is performing the function of verb, means which shows action here. Right? And then last one, a novel is the object of sentence. Yes. So if we will closely observe, we find that each and every word has its own function. Yes. It is used for some purpose. Okay. Now see, according to parts of speech, we will see how many parts of speech are there which are used in this single sentence. See, Shruti. Shruti is the subject, but subject means what? Subject can be noun or pronoun. So in this sentence, Shruti is the noun. Yes. Second one, I have already written here that reads is the verb. Yes. And then last one, a novel. Novel is also noun. Now see how many parts of speech are there? 2 nouns are there and 1 verb is there. Means by using 2 parts of speech, we have prepared this sentence. Okay. So that is the meaning of parts of speech. That words are used with different purposes. Yes. They perform different functions. Yes. And according to that, there are 8 parts of speech. Okay. Now we are going to see which parts of speech are there. Okay. So see. See students, I have written all parts of speech. I will first show them in bulk. Then after that I will tell everything in detail. See, first part of speech is noun, then pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and last one is interjection. Okay. So these are the 8 parts of speech that we use in every sentence, because without them we can't prepare any sentence. Yes, I think you understood what are parts of speech. Yes, means parts of speech means different kinds of words that we use to form any sentence. Okay, and one of the important thing is that every word is used with one purpose, with one function. Yes, so we will see every part of speech in detail now. Yes, first we are going to see what is noun. See, first we will see the definition of noun. Okay, I have written in short manner. Noun means what? A naming word. Okay, so see, we are surrounded with different types of things. We are surrounded with different people. Okay, so why I am telling this to you? Because each and everything, each and every person has his or her own name. Okay, because we use that particular word to identify that thing, that place or that person. And that's why it is called as a naming word. Yes. For example, see, if I will show you this one that I am using to write on this board. So what we call this? This is chalk. So chalk is the name of this thing, no? Then if I will show you this one, it is called as a duster. So duster, chalk, these are the name of these things, right? Like this, each and every student means each and every student has his own name. Yes, I also have my name, no, that I have told before. It means that the word which is used to identify any person or which is a naming word is called as noun. Okay. Now see, I will explain this definition with two examples. First one, see, Raja Ram Mohan Roy was a great social worker. Now see, first we will see how many nouns are there. First noun is Raja Ram Mohan Roy. And then observe the remaining sentence. See, was a great social worker. In this sentence, only social worker is another noun. So how many nouns are there? Two nouns are there. Okay. I will explain that types later. So see, Raja Ram Mohan Roy. This is the name of person, right? That's why this is noun. Another one, social worker. Social worker means name of profession. Again, this one is naming word, no? That's why it is called as noun. So, two nouns are used in this sentence. Now, turn towards second sentence. India is a great country. Now, count how many nouns are there. See, first one is India, which is the name of the country. And second one, the word country. This one is also noun, right? So again, how many nouns are there? Two nouns are there. See, India, name of country. That there are many countries in the world and each and every country has its own name, right? That's why this is noun. Another one, country. This is also one term, right? Means this is a land where people live. Okay, where any person took birth. So these two nouns are used in this sentence. Yes, I think you understood. Noun means what? A naming word which is used to identify person, place or thing. Now we will turn towards types of noun. See, there are 5 types of noun. Okay, because we use different types of nouns with different functions. So according to their different functions, there are 5 types of noun. Yes, that we are going to see. Okay student, I have written types of noun. See, as I have told you, there are 5 types of noun. Now see which are they. First one, proper noun. Second, common noun. Third one, abstract noun. Fourth, collective noun. And then last one, material noun. Okay, so I will explain each and every type in detail now. Yes, first we are going to see what is proper noun. Okay, see what is proper noun. I have written definition along with examples. See, what is proper noun? Particular name used for person or place. Now see here the word particular. This one is very important. Yes, why particular is important here? See, for example, I have written Sujay, Smita. See, each and every one means each and every person, each place, each animal, birds having their own names, no? See, why we use particular name? To identify that particular person, that particular place. Okay, so that particular word is important. So where you will find no particular name, that particular name is called as proper noun. For example, Sujay, name of a boy. Smita, name of a girl. Then name of river, Ganga. Yes, there are many rivers, but I have taken only one name there, Ganga, because Ganga is the only one river, no? Yes, so that is the particular name. Another one, name of mountain, that is Mount Everest. And then last one, Mumbai, name of a city. There are many cities, but we have written or we have referred here only one city, that is Mumbai. Okay, another example, that your parents also have given one name to you, no? Yes, so that name is also particular. Means see, if there is group of people stood there and I have called Sujay from there, so at that time only Sujay will come from there, no? Or that all people will come to me? No. Yes, because Sujay knew that this is the only name which is given by his parents to him. Yes, so that's why it is called as particular word, and that particular name is proper noun. Yes, we can explain this with another example. For example, Satara is a beautiful city. If I will tell Satara is a beautiful city, so here Satara, this is the name of city because Satara is the only one name, no? But if I will write city there, but city can't be a proper noun. Why? Because city can be anything, any city, no? But when I will refer their particular city like Mumbai, Pune, Kolhapur, Satara, anything, when I will take only particular name, then that particular name is called as proper noun. Now, how will you identify? Simple thing to identify proper noun is that proper nouns, the first letter of proper noun is always written in capital form. See, I have written everything in capital form now. Yes, because proper nouns are always starts with only capital letter. Yes. Another thing is that we don't use articles before proper noun. Yes, because they are the particular names. Yes, so we don't use articles before proper noun. But see, in some cases, no, we use article there. Yes, I will explain that how we use articles there. Okay, now see, I have written one example here to explain that why sometimes we use article before proper noun. See, one rule is there that if two proper nouns are there in one sentence and one proper noun is compared with another proper noun. So, in that case, with that proper noun with which you are comparing another proper noun, before that noun, we use article. For example, see, I will explain this, then you will understand better. See, Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India. First, we will see how many nouns are there. See, first one, Kalidas. Yes? Second, Shakespeare. And last one is India. Okay. Now, see why Kalidas is proper noun. Kalidas is the name of Indian poet. Yes? Particular name is there, no? That's why this one is proper noun. Another one, Shakespeare. Name of British poet, dramatist, short story writer. So, this one is also noun, but we can't call it as proper noun. Yes? Why? See, I will tell it later. Last one is India. India is the name of particular country, right? So, this is also proper noun. But see, now I think that you became confused that why Shakespeare can't be a proper noun. See, as I have told that if two proper nouns are compared with each other. See here, Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India. Here, I have compared Kalidas with Shakespeare. Yes, so to which proper noun you are comparing, no? So before that proper noun only we use article. So here, I compared Kalidas with whom? With Shakespeare. And that's why I have used article the here. Yes, you know the articles? A and the. These are the three articles. So here I have used article the. Because for comparing two proper nouns, no, we use article the. But you have to remember with which proper noun you are comparing, no? So before that proper noun only you will use article. Yes. Now see, if I am using no article the before Shakespeare, so at that time proper noun turns into common noun. Okay, because I can compare Shakespeare with anyone then. Yes, that's why here Shakespeare can't be a proper noun. Here it will become common noun. Okay, so this is one thing that you have to remember, that sometimes only we use article. Generally, the most important thing is that you have to remember that proper nouns are always written with capital letter, means first letter must be capital. And another thing is that we don't use articles before proper noun. And sometimes only, in which case you will use article before proper noun? When two proper nouns are compared with each other. Yes? For example, if I will tell you, Mumbai is the London of India. Okay? So here, I am comparing Mumbai with London. Yes? So, That's why I have written Mumbai is the London of India. Okay, Mumbai and India, that both are proper nouns. But London, though it is proper noun, but when I will use article the before it, no, at that time London will become common noun. Okay, so why is it common noun? No, that we will see in the next time. Okay, I think you understood that what is proper noun. See, proper noun means, again I will revise, proper noun means you have to remember particular name only. Okay, for example, earth is round. Here earth is proper noun, but if I am writing there, no, that planet word, so here planet can't be a proper noun. But if I am telling name of that planet, what is the name of that planet? Earth. So that particular word will become proper noun. Yes? Now, we will turn towards second type of noun, that is common noun. Okay, second type of noun, that is common noun. Now, what is the difference between proper and common noun? In the title itself, proper, particular. Common means common. We say no, that that thing is common. Means everyone knows that thing. That's why it is called as common. Now see, I have written definition also. See, commonly used name for persons or things. Okay, it is called as common noun. So important word is that commonly used name. Means that everyone knows that thing, everyone knows that place with that same name. Yes, that's why it is called as commonly used, means common noun. But in proper noun, in the case of proper noun, what we have seen, that proper noun is particular word. Particular word is important there. And here commonly used word. For example, I have written some words there. See, boy, girl, man, woman, table, pen, river, mountain. See, each and every word is common, no? Yes, we means everyone knows that thing, that landscape with that same name. Yes, for example, see, I have just asked no before that what is this? That this one is chalk. See, if I am calling this as chalk, you will also call this as chalk, no? Not Chintu Pintu, no? Yes, because this thing has its own name, that is chalk. Okay, and everyone knows this thing with chalk only. It doesn't have any another name. Then next one, on the surface, whatever I have written, no, what is that surface is called? This one is blackboard. So blackboard, this one is also common name, no? You will also call this as blackboard. I will also call this as blackboard. Right? So it means that whatever that is known by everyone, yes, which is common, all that words are called as common nouns. Yes, we will take one example here. See. Okay, now we will see two examples here to identify what is common noun from here. See, first example is Godavari is the longest river in Maharashtra. Okay, first we will see how many nouns in that single sentence. First one, Godavari. Godavari, this one is first noun. Now see second one, observe the sentence. River. River is second noun. Right? And then, what is remain there? In Maharashtra. Now see, last one, Maharashtra. This one is also noun. Now, we have to identify what is common noun from there. Yes, because in this one sentence, no, we have seen three words, Godavari, river and Maharashtra, means three nouns are there. But we have to differentiate between proper and common here. Yes, see, in this sentence, Godavari. Godavari is name of the river, right? So that's why we can't write here no common noun, because Godavari can't be a common noun. Godavari is also like Ganga. Ganga is also only one river, no, like this. Godavari is also particular name of the river. So Godavari can't be common noun. Another one, river, right? River word, see, this one is common, no? Yes, Ganga is the longest river, or Ganga is the holiest river. Godavari is the longest river. So in both that sentences, what is the common thing? We have used the same word, river. Yes, because that river word is commonly used, right? That's why this one is common noun. It can't be a proper noun because here we are not referring to particular word. We are just referring to common word, and that's why river is common noun. Now last one, what is the remain? See, Maharashtra. Maharashtra is name of the state. Yes, there are many states, no? Kerala is there, Madhya Pradesh is there, like this. Maharashtra is also there. So here, why I am telling this to you? Because you have to remember that where you will refer to particular word, no, that particular name is proper. It can't be a common noun. Yes, so Maharashtra is then proper noun. It can't be a common noun. But if I will write state of Maharashtra and if I will underline state there, then state will be common noun. Yes, because state is the commonly used word. Okay, now we will turn towards second example. Shakespeare was a great dramatist. Okay, now first we will see how many nouns are there. See, first one, Shakespeare. Yes, Shakespeare is the first noun. Then observe the remaining sentence. Was a great dramatist. In this, dramatist is another noun. Okay, now differentiate, see, which is the proper and which is the common noun from here. Understood? See, Shakespeare. Shakespeare is the name of poet or dramatist. We have just seen, no, in proper noun that Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India. Yes, but there Shakespeare is used as common noun. Yes, I told that. Now see here, Shakespeare is the name of poet and dramatist. So there are many poets, there are many dramatists. Okay, but Shakespeare is the particular name of that British poet, British dramatist. So that's why Shakespeare is proper noun. It can't be a common noun there. But turn towards second noun, that is dramatist. A person who writes drama. That person is called as dramatist, no? Okay, so the word dramatist, there are many dramatists. Yes, but here I am referring to only one, Shakespeare. So Shakespeare is particular name. But dramatist, this word is commonly used. You can refer to poet, novelist, dramatist, short story writer. All these words, no, they are commonly used. But if I will refer their particular name like John Milton, John Keats, then George Orwell, okay, these are the particular names, okay, so they can't be common noun, they are proper nouns only, okay. So what you have to remember here, that whenever you will confront with any commonly used name, that word is called as common noun. And like proper noun, you have to remember here that before common nouns, no, you can use article. Okay. For example, I met a girl. Yes, that girl was a doctor. See, I met a girl. So here before that word girl, no, I have used article a. So you can use articles before common nouns. And common nouns always, we always write common nouns with in short form, means not, we don't use capital letters there. Yes, but in proper nouns, we use capital letters at the beginning of that noun. Okay, so I think you understood what is proper and what is common noun. Particular name, proper noun, and commonly used name, common noun. Yes. Now we will turn toward third type of noun, but we will just see that third type of noun in the next lecture. Okay, but if you have understood everything, means that difference between proper and common noun, then I will give 5 sentences, 5 examples to solve. Okay, so this will be your homework that you have to complete. Yes, so if you have doubts, then you can comment, you can ask your doubts on my channel. Okay, thank you. Okay, one thing remain, no, as I have told you that I will give you homework. So here I have given 3 examples. Okay, we have seen no difference between proper and common. So from the given sentences, you have to identify what is proper and what is common noun. Okay, see, I have written 3 examples here. I have also underlined words here. Okay, see first one, Mahatma Phule was the George Washington of India. Remember that rule which I have told you. Okay. So according to that, solve this sentence. Second one, see. Mount Everest is the highest mountain. And last one. America is a powerful nation in the world. Okay. I think this much is enough for today. Okay. So solve these 3 examples. If you have doubt, then again ask me. Okay. Then thank you.